on his side of the field, sees that the ball's moved to the middle, and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And that is incomplete.
Murray's pass.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, Deontay Harris. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. For the New Orleans Saints, as their offense works their way back out here, Charles, a win over Tom Brady and the Bucs in the season opener, but 2 straight losses since, both in prime time at the Raiders week 2, and then Sunday night the loss in week 3, 37-30. They fall to Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by rookie Isaiah Simmons.
No quarterback likes to throw an interception, but I don't think that we're going to see a rash of them now from Drew Brees because he's gotten more accurate as his career has gone on. He had a string of 12 straight years in the middle of his career where he threw 10 or more interceptions each season. But now these last 3, 8 interceptions, 5 and 4, and that's over the course of 42 regular season games. That's 17 interceptions. But in that same stretch, he's thrown 82 touchdown passes as well.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a give to Edmonds. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Marshawn Lattimore on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Now this throw caught left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 57 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21.
Well, the Arizona Cardinals, they have fallen from the ranks of the unbeatens at 2-1 now following a 3-point loss at home to Detroit in week 3. And Charles, Kyler Murray's been terrific in the early part of the year. He threw 2 more touchdown passes and ran for another, but he also reminded folks that he's still just a young second-year quarterback because he had 3 interceptions.
And it's interesting when you talk to people around the league, talk to people who observe the league. In preseason, a lot of people said, okay, this is a team to keep an eye out for in the NFC West. But you also had some people saying, hold on a second, pump the brakes. That's too big of a rise for this team. I think these 3 straight road games coming up will tell us everything we need to know about this squad. At Carolina, at the Jets, at Dallas. If somehow they win these 3 games, this Cardinals team is truly for real. I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins.
No, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, this is Kamara. Jordan Hicks, 3rd in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play.
Jordan Hicks.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Breeze's throw on target to Cook, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Well, Charles, let's step aside, different topic here for a second. Unfortunately, the NFL lost a legend earlier in this first month of the 2020 season. Hall of Fame running back Gale Sayers passed away at 77. And Sayers, the youngest man ever inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, was just 34 years of age when he got that honor back in 1977.
And a big reason why? He had to retire early. Only played 7 years in the NFL. But what a run before injuries really cut his career short. In fact, he played the equivalent of 4 full seasons out of those 7 that he played because of injuries. But he was first-team All-Pro 5 times, led the league in rushing twice, and still holds the record for kickoff return average this many years after he retired. Commissioner Roger Goodell called him one of the finest men in NFL history, and I can tell you this, partner, one of the most exciting players we'll ever see.
But that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Well, CD, we are 3 weeks into the NFL season, so curious to get maybe your biggest surprise so far. Would it be the Bears at 3-0?
Yeah, I think that's a great candidate for that big surprise team. I think you're right about that, partner, because, look, Green Bay, are we overly shocked? Seattle?
It's caught at the 10. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 45 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
The ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
He is Murray, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Emmanuel Sanders.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game, and boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And he finds Clark. He's got daylight. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Cook, 77 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Murray now to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Murray. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Flushed out right. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the...
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. The Saints say they have it, and they do. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards.
1st and 10.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. And now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 2nd down, Kamara trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Bree's going to try and throw on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Breeze to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he'll take it into the